Welcome back, everybody. So when making a purchasing decision, I personally like to get feedback from my friends. The next best thing is looking them up online. With the release of version 14, reviews had become the hot topic, which is why I'm so happy to have Morgan and Grace, Andreja, Vranješ with us today to discuss the good, bad, and the ugly customer reviews. Can I get a round of applause for Andreja? Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. It's my first time here, so please bear with me. Have a little bit of patience. I have all the audio stimulants for you, so I hope you will have a great time, and I hope you will learn something from today's lessons. I don't want to sound dramatic, but you know how they say, if you want peace, prepare for war. After everything I read, after all customer reviews I read in your industry, it would be good to remember that phrase. I would like to start how these customer reviews began. Does anybody remember the time before the internet? Yeah, so you had to ask your friends, you had to ask your families, you needed to have trust in the manufacturer, in salesmen. But in 1999, those days were gone, and the eBay decided to move customer reviews from private forums online. So they monitored private forums and saw that people are giving advices, best buys, and they decided that that will increase the sale on eBay. Of course, after eBay, the big five come along: Yelp, Amazon, Google, Facebook, TripAdvisor. Today, Booking, Airbnb, you name it. You name it. Yeah. So when they asked me to come and talk about customer reviews, it was like a minor lecture. And then 2 weeks before Booking Manager Summit, Martina called me like, yeah, you know, we introduced customer reviews to our system, so buckle up. So I had to do a little rewiring here. I know that at the moment, demand is probably bigger than you can offer. So I understand how customer reviews maybe don't touch you at the moment, but believe me, that day will come. And you have to face the fact that customer reviews are a very big part of your business. I want to show you an example. I'm sorry. How can one person cost you $180 million? Can you survive the loss of $180 million? Exactly. Guys? I don't see the mouse. Oh, no, sorry. Check. Elga. So sorry. Please don't leave a bad review. Okay. So this guy is Dave Carroll. Just let's listen to the song. Who likes country?
Connecting in Chicago's O'Hare. While on the ground, the passengers from the seat behind me, my God, they're throwing guitars out there. best described as terror at the action on the tarmac and knowing whose projectiles these would be. So before I left Chicago, I alerted 3 employees who showed complete indifference towards me. United, united, you broke my Taylor guitar. United, united, some big help you are. You broke it, you should fix it. You're liable, just admit it. I should have flown with someone else or gone by car.
Samsung uređaji najbolje idu u paru uz novi
Oh, sorry. Mogu dalje? Okay, so this guy, Dave Carroll, nobody knows who he is, right? Never heard of him. He had a band, country band, and they went on tour and they took a flight on United Airlines, and they literally saw throwing his guitar. And yeah, a very true story. And the guitar was broken. It wasn't even an expensive guitar, and for 9 months, he tried to make a deal with United Airlines. He didn't even want them to buy him a new guitar. He just wanted that they pay for the repair. Repair was, I don't know, $1,000. 9 months. And, of course, at the end, they say no. So he was there sitting, thinking what he can do, and he told them, I wish I was a lawyer, so I can sue your ass, but I'm not. And then he started thinking, okay, I'm not a lawyer, but I sing, I have good friends, I have a band, I will make a song. And his friends, they made his video. As you can see, it's not some high-class music video. So they made it together. And before he went to bed that night, he said to his 400 Facebook followers, I have 1,000 on LinkedIn. So he's not so popular. And he said to them, okay, please guys, just check my video. Anyway, long story short, within 5 days, United Airlines lost 10% of its market value, and that whole story cost them $180 million. One song, one guy that nobody knows. So in the world of social networks, everyone has a voice. It's just a question of persistence. How much will someone be persistent about that? So anyway, from the guy that nobody knows, he sold the book, he became a lecturer, speaker, and they made him a star. They should only pay $1,000 to repair his guitar, and that's it. And maybe say we're sorry. So, these are some numbers I wanted to show you. So more than 50% of consumers check online before they purchase. 75% of people trust a business if they can find positive reviews. And consumers trust consumer. People trust other people more than they trust you. I was yesterday here on a lecture of Miroslav Varga, and he said a great thing. If you have a lousy boat, at least give them the best skipper and tell them what the problems are. And anyway, Also, Google search engine will reward you if you have reviews, and it will put you higher. 82% of customers search for negative reviews and gravitate towards the comments with lower ratings. If you respond quickly, and if you show that you want to solve the problem, you will earn credibility among customers. They will say, yeah, we had a problem, but they came, they fixed it, they helped us. I didn't need it to wait for 2 days. They helped us all the way they can. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. These are some reviews that I managed to find on the internet, of course. So the yacht was in a very bad condition. Did not care about this at all. Slow response from managers. But this was I just couldn't believe that I read that, and that nobody answered. Okay, the skipper is good, but their motor died twice. Nobody cares. Nobody answered them. They stuck on an island. What the hell? You are all in very serious business, apart from being luxurious. And that business involves people at sea. So it's not the hotel. If you have a bedroom, who cares? We'll get you another one. Or, boo-hoo, your water is running, it's cold. It's people at sea. It's someone else's lives. And people just want to have a good time, and they want to they trust you. When they take your boat, they trust you. They trust you that the boat is safe. They trust you that you gave them a great guy. They trust you. If that's not true, and if you leave them hanging at sea, they will never trust you again. And believe me, if it was me, and you left me 2 days on the boat with my baby girl, I would tear you down everywhere, on every possible social network, in every media. So, you have a bad review? Own it. Own it. Say it. Okay, how can we help? Where are you? What can we do? And do it publicly. If they leave a bad comment on your social networks, address them. Try to switch them on the phone or email. Try to help them as much as you can.
Does it make sense to apologize?
Of course. I'm sorry, but yes, of course. The first thing you should say is, we're sorry. We're so sorry that that happened to you. And one other thing, if you know that something isn't really right with the boat and that there can be a little bit of problems, tell the people. We'll give you the best guy, but you should know maybe something little. If that happens, call us, do this, do that. People don't have a problem with that. People have problem with being lied to and being leaved at sea. That's what people have a problem with. So do not ignore a bad review. Respond as soon as you can. Please try to stay professional. Don't yell at them. Don't be rude to them. People are probably scared and are not happy. So don't be rude. Stay professional. I know that it's not all you. I know that people can be very difficult. Believe me, I work with medical clinics. I work with government, so believe me, I've heard it all, and I know it can be difficult, but always try to stay professional. Show that you care and learn from your experience. Don't let it happen again. We can all be caught on the wrong leg, but don't do it the other time. Care, not just about the money, care about the people too. How many of you has been dissatisfied with products, with service? We all been there, right? So what if you called me and tell me your lecture sucks, and I say I don't give a care? How would you feel about that? Stop talking, Lorena. It's enough. So try to be in their shoes. So anyway, I like boats. And this is my boss, by the way. My boss pays me well. So this summer, we rented a boat. And it was a great guy. Everything was peachy. The boat was great. My family enjoyed. We invited friends. 2 small kids on the board. Me, I don't know anything about a boat. I just like them. So we went on a day trip on an island that is very beautiful. We had lunch. We had a great time. When we wanted to move on after lunch, so maybe I'll say it wrong so you can correct me, our hydraulics was gone. So our steering wheel isn't working, and we almost hit the shore. But we managed somehow, and the guys from the restaurant come for us, and they returned us back to the dock, and we called our guy. So anyway, the guy said, "No problem. I am very sorry that that happened to you. We are coming right now." So he sent his team. They fixed everything. They replaced the broken hose. Everything lasted the whole day. We could move on at 10 p.m. So 2 small children, 2 families, but they done everything they can. They brought us dry clothes. They brought dry towels, just in case, for the kids. And they covered our expenses on the island. Lunch, coffee, ice cream, cakes, etc., etc. Nobody asked them to. We didn't ask them to cover our costs. We would pay that ourselves. It wasn't a problem. I was just happy that everything was repaired and that we can move on. But they covered everything. So this is what I remember from that day. Not that we had problems, not that I was stuck on an island until 10 p.m. I remember this. I remember we having a great time. This is my daughter. I remember her having a good time. We had a great day. I left them the best review I ever left anyone. So it's not just about leaving reviews. A lack of reviews make buyers feel risk. They don't believe you, and they're afraid that something is wrong. So, unfortunately, like it or not, online reviews are becoming a key component of your company's overall public reputation. So, how would you react if your boat shuts down and you're left at sea? What would you do? Anybody? Would you call the boat manager? What would you do if he doesn't answer? And if he still doesn't answer, this is sounding like Dirty Dancing. Right? Yeah. But, you know. Exactly. You will be pissed. You will be very pissed. And if he answers and say, oh my God, really, we had no idea, I'm sorry, sit tight, we'll send help, let me get back to you in 5 minutes, it would be, okay. It's not looking so bad, but if hours go by and nobody answers, first of all, you would be scared. Scared for you, scared for your kids, scared for the boat, what if it sinks? Will I have to pay it? Where's the guy? He was here and everything was great. It doesn't cost a little money. Boats cost, so they gave you money and you promised them that they will have a great time, that your boat is top of the pops. And then you don't answer. You don't do that. No matter how bad it is, it will only be worse if you don't own the bad review. As you saw, it only takes one person. Maybe it will fly by first time, second time, third time, but once, it's not going to go well. And you will be all over the papers, all over the internet. I know it's not the same example, but now your industry is at the top of the world. Maybe you think this will stay that way, and everything will be great as it is. People will always come. People will always rent a boat. Remember the other big guys who thought the same thing? Remember Nokia? Okay, it's not a point of bad reviews, but Nokia was a giant. Things change, markets change, everything changes. If you don't do right by your customers, you will not last. Yesterday, Miroslav Varga also told you, oh, I'm sorry, I'm breathing into the mic. So yesterday, he mentioned the right information and the wrong information that you send to your customers. And research. And research showed that businesses which gave their customer a good, truthful information on the long run last. The businesses that give them wrong information, they don't last. So, I'm not saying that you have to tell them that everything is perfect. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth, compensate with something else. Give them a better price. Just tell them the truth. Always tell them the truth, even when it's bad. Just tell the truth. I know that this sounds like when your mom talked to you when you were a kid, just tell the truth, just tell the truth. But it is how it is. Just tell the truth. So, do you have false reviews? How do you manage them? What? Okay. Okay, depends. How do that false reviews sound? What are they saying? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Well, it's like I also wanted to ask you. It's like we cannot value all the bad reviews the same way.
Of course.
And this is it, the false review. And then because we are in this hospitality and everything, we have to usually. Well, there are usually the clients that you don't have problems, like on the check-in, everything goes smoothly.
Okay.
And then when they come back on checkout, and then we have the problems. And the problems sometimes that we don't even know. And we always tell them, because you're 7 days on the sea, this is the number of our technical support, call it for anything. And they don't call, we don't know. And then it's checkout, and then they are angry.
All hell
And
broke loose.
Yeah. So it's like more or less so like a false review. I mean, it's like they didn't feel safe, they had some issues, it's like I said, okay, but please call us. Because now, I mean, I don't know what happened to you. You're stressful.
I'm stressful.
I'm stressful, yeah.
Okay.
Because like you said, it's the sea, it's the boat. So it's not easy, with a false review, because now you have an angry client.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
to take it. And then, I mean, we speak with the agents, of course, because they're our partners. And then we have to, see all the details and then review it, like, correctly.
Okay. So, as I said, people are not easy. And, I'm sorry. There's this. Okay, let me just wait for the question, and we can then all together.
Thank you. I would just like to agree and add that you very rarely get a review after receiving contact from a client. What normally happens is that you will get a bad review on a problem on which you were never notified during the charter. It is even possible you will not receive a complaint during checkout, and then they will just get on the plane, post a bad review, and you will go like, what?
Yeah.
I've had a yacht grounding this year, and we've had emergency assistance being dispatched in less than 2 hours from nearby islands, and I've had the clients complaining that they received no assistance. I mean, the only thing they didn't get was a helicopter at the time.
Do you have a helicopter?
Well, we're thinking of getting one.
If you do, let me know. I
So
like
the problem with bad reviews for us is actually a problem of false reviews. Thank you.
that. Okay. This beautiful young lady is for the mic. Okay, so... Okay, obviously, if you don't know about it, there's nothing you can do. But when they finally say something about it, probably on the internet, because internet warriors, then you are polite, professional, but you name time, dates, everything you did, everything you managed. You sent help within 2 hours. You reached out for them. You put screenshots, everything, pictures if you have. And then you ask them, how could we done more? So you're answering, yeah. You have to answer it, but you have to answer it publicly. You have to put everything you've done with exact dates, exact time, screenshots, pictures. I don't know, if you have a text message from the rescuers saying everything is fine, you put that in.
Well, one thing is certain, we always answer promptly,
Of course.
sincerely, and if there's any wrongdoing on our side, we make sure we apologize. But we've always been skeptical whether it is actually useful publishing online information like this. It's totally uncertain whether some of this information, sharing such information publicly, could be a breach of GDPR.
Well,
And we've always been skeptical whether it's appropriate to turn a social media account on what is a public court. So what we would most likely do is we would invite the client to bring the
course.
conversation back through email, okay, and
But you see, you have to address them publicly.
Yeah.
Because when I want to rent a boat, and I go to your page, and I see Karen complaining that she was almost drowned, and you didn't send help, I'll think, oh my, they really didn't send help. I won't take them. But if I see your answer, and you said, I'm sorry, Karen, we have done this. We are very sorry that that happened. Here, come next holiday, we'll give you 10% of price. We'll give you 2 nights free. We'll give you everything you want because we've done everything we could. Then I will say, okay, she's just crazy.
yeah.
See?
It's also likely that Karen has already asked for a holiday for free. I mean, that's her intention in the first place.
Well, yeah, I know. But as I said, always address false reviews publicly, because she will. She will drag you to the mud on every social network there is, because she hopes you will call her silently and say, okay, please stop, here's a free holiday for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you've done everything right, don't do that. And you can back it up, don't do that. You don't need a client like that.
That's for sure.
Maybe something else? Okay. Oh my. Time goes by when you're having fun. Should you buy reviews? No. So no. I know businesses here in Croatia, a Croatian business that is not international, and they have a lot of Indian reviews. So it's a little bit funny, you know, and it's a little bit fake, because it is fake. So please don't buy reviews. It's not a problem. You don't have to have all good reviews. Not everyone should say, yeah, you're the best ever. It's just have to be real. Of course, something will always be, I don't know, I'm an easygoing person and I like my vacations to be easygoing. So if I miss some towels, I don't care. I will not make a problem out of that. But there are people that will. But it doesn't matter. You apologize and move on. But you have to apologize. You have to be truthful when there are big things like damages, like bad skipper, like, I don't know, drowning. Then you have to show up. Then you have to be there.
Hello.
Minor things, they don't matter.
Andrea, excuse me for the interruption. We do have a question online.
Oh, wow.
The question goes like, what advice from you on how to react when people's problems are exaggerated and the client uses this as blackmail? Like it's similar to what was asked in publishing with the intention of lowering the reputation. In order to get a refund, this is not a uncommon fact. So I think somebody already asked that question, but...
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
You know what I would have done if someone tried to blackmail my company? I would put it online. Everything. Every sentence. Everything. And I would say, this happened like this happened like that, here are the evidence. You put timeline. What happened, when, where, what you said, what he said. And then you wait and see what happens. You have enough problems as it is without people trying to get a free holiday from you. Put everything public. It's a brave new world online, and put everything public. But when you do that, don't be rude. Don't insult people, even though you think they deserve it. Be professional and be sure you can prove everything you say. We sent help at 10 p.m. Be sure that you did send help at 10 p.m., not 11 p.m. We've sent helicopter. Be sure that you did. Check your timeline. Check the line of the hierarchy. I'm sorry, I don't know how do you call that when you call your guy, he calls his guy. You know, check the line. Check if something happened in the communication. Be sure that you've done everything right. If you've done everything right, nobody can blackmail you and tell you that they will, ruin your business. Put everything up. Put everything online. Be transparent, be open, and be honest. I know that I'm repeating myself, but that's true. We have a client that it's a clinic, eye clinic, and there are eyes in your site in question there. They have great doctors, they have great technology, and once they had a guy for laser eye surgery, and he said that they gave him cataract from the eye surgery. And he was saying that everywhere. That they damaged his sight, that his permanent damage, all that you can imagine. So they put everything up. That is not true, that can't happen from that surgery. They didn't put his documents because GDPR, but they used every possible weapon to prove that that is not true. Then they said to him, here's your medical work, and here is where you can see that you had cataract before you came to us. God bless. And everything went away. But what I'm saying, just be sure at yourself. If you have everything in line, then false review don't matter. If you can prove everything you did, everything you said, false reviews will go away. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I will be outside drinking water and coffee, and I will be around for a while. I can give you my my contacts, and you can send me an email or ask me anything you want. Okay? I hope you had a great time. It was a pleasure to having you all here. Thank you so much